Now, Storm Watch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to News Watch 12 at 4 on this Halloween afternoon, and temperatures this afternoon feeling pretty comfortable out there. We're generally in the 50s and 60s. We are at 70 degrees there in Wairika, or pretty close to Wairika in Montague. You can see a very clear divide of where there are clouds, where there haven't really been a lot of clouds. It's warmer to the east side and down in Siskiyou County where we haven't seen that. But to the west of there where clouds are starting to work in, we are a little bit cooler. So for this evening, I think most of the rain is going to hold off, at least within the Rogue Valley, Siskiyou County for the east side. But for the southern Oregon coastline, we will have some showers. It's going to be a toss-up, really, whether or not we're going to see any showers within the Rogue Valley, because we are seeing some rain running out ahead of the main storm system, but some of the other models are having a tough time with it. So here's what I'll tell you. Carry a jacket out there, and maybe also carry a rain jacket as well along into the west of the Cascades. I don't know why I came back onto the screen. I'm going to step off again because it is just filled with information. We have a winter weather advisory for Siskiyou County, for Klamath County, for Lake County, in elevations above 4,500 feet. And then we have another winter weather advisory in place for the Cascades and Siskiyou. So in the mountains, we could get snow anywhere between 6 to 12 inches. And then on the east side, in those elevations above 4,500 feet, snow totals anywhere between 3 to 6 inches. So we are about to change seasons and in a hurry here. So let me show you how it's all going to play out, okay? Like I said, here's some of the rain that's running out ahead of the main batch of rain that's off towards the north. I don't think a lot of this is actually making it down to the valley floors. It's very light rain, but later in the evening, you're going to see the main system roll through. So this is 7 p.m. Here's the bulk of the rain along the coast. I don't think there's going to be any within the Rogue Valley, but again, just plan for maybe a shower or two, but definitely not a washout. But as we get closer to midnight, here comes some of the more heavy stuff. Some of these yellows representing some heavier rainfall starting to creep in Josephine County. And then by the time we get to Tuesday morning, it is going to be widespread rain and snow. We'll take a look at some of those snow levels and potential accumulations in just a second. But all throughout the day on Tuesday, it's going to be very wet. This big mass of rain eventually will shift off to the east side, but we'll have some more intense showers working their way behind that. And it looks like we'll deal with the exact same thing on Wednesday. So it's going to be a very wet go of it. That means we're going to get some very beneficial rainfall, especially along into the west of the Cascades, especially along the coast where maybe we could get 1.5 inches of rain. Snow levels are going to free fall throughout the day on Tuesday into Wednesday, bottoming out around 2,500 feet on Wednesday morning. So places like Wairika, all throughout the Shasta Valley, could definitely see their first snow of this season. So within the Shasta Valley, maybe a trace to a couple inches, but those biggest totals are going to be up in the Cascades, anywhere between 8 to 12 inches there at Mount Ashland. Diamond Lake, Lake of the Woods could get anywhere between 6 to 12 inches of snow. And those roadways, they're going to be very tough, especially on Wednesday morning when the moisture is still working through here and snow levels will be at their lowest. So for tonight, rain mainly along into the west of the Cascades. Like I said, I think that most of it's going to hold off for those trick-or-treating plans, at least in the west side valleys. But for tomorrow, nothing holding off. It's going to be very wet, very wintry, very cool, very breezy. We'll get a bit of a break for Thursday, but then back into the swing of things for the weekend. Here's your 7-day forecast for the coast. Rain and thunderstorms looking likely over the next couple of days. Very pleasant day on Thursday, and then we will have more rainfall for the weekend. For Siskiyou County, again, maybe seeing our first snow of the season within the Shasta Valley, anywhere between a trace to 2 inches. And remember, we have that winter weather advisory that's in place for elevations above 4,500 feet for Siskiyou County, for the Klamath Basin, and for the Great Basin. For the Cascades and Siskiyous, obviously our biggest impacts will be up there in those higher elevations, especially towards Crater Lake and Diamond Lake. And then for the Rogue Valley, a washout for tomorrow, more showers for Wednesday, dry for Thursday, even more wet weather after that.